Hello, everyone, and thank you for joining me today. My name is Laree, and I'm going to be doing a collective reading for you all. This is a general reading to see what messages Spirit might have for you today. So let's get started. Also, remember, this is a timeless reading. So anytime you may find this reading, if it resonates, it is for you. Just take what resonates and leave the rest. One more shuffle. Okay. Let's see what messages Spirit has for us today. It's in the overall energy for the collective. Okay, in the overall energy, we have the Five of Swords, the Lovers, and the Ace of Cups. So we'll start with the Five of Swords. The Five of Swords isn't someone is being a bully, or someone is dealing with a bully. Let's see what's going on with this Five of Swords energy. Can you clarify the Five of Swords? Okay. Yeah, the Page of Swords. Clarify the Five of Swords and the Page of Swords, please. And the Emperor. Actually, okay, we have, so with the Page of Swords and the Emperor, we have a strong, there's a truth. Someone telling the truth about an emperor. So we have, with the Five of Swords, that's sort of a bully energy. It's a win at all cost. You know, this is someone who you can't be wrong with. I mean, you can't be right. This energy is an energy of it doesn't matter what you say, this person has to be right. This is a bully is what I'm getting. But also with the Emperor, this is a father figure. Let's find out more information. There's Page of Swords. What's the Page of Swords and the Emperor? Let me get some clarification. Someone's telling. What's the Page of Swords and the Emperor? Okay, we have the Knight of Swords and the Nine of Pentacles. Okay, with all these swords, this is someone shining the light, shining. This is someone telling, this is someone telling the truth on this Emperor. I feel like this Emperor, or the person, this Emperor energy is it came out upright, but it's not feeling like an upright energy. It's feeling like someone who this feels like an energy of someone who is in a position of power, who or an authority figure. An authority figure who, is kind of rushes in with their words. Is a harsh energy. Someone who weaponizes communication. Yes, this is someone who definitely weaponizes communication. This is someone who always has to be right. You can't when you speak to this person, like even when you come in with the message of truth, this person bites back. This person, bites back. And I'm saying, this is someone who hurts your feelings, who doesn't care about other people's feelings, or who definitely is a bully, takes advantage of others, and uses his weapon is definitely communication. What's this Nine of Pentacles? Let's see. Nine of Pentacles came out with the Knight of Swords. What's the Knight of Swords and the Nine of Pentacles? The Hermit. Oh, okay. So this person, what's the Nine of Pentacles and the Hermit? Oh, the Seven of Cups. Oh, okay. Okay, I'm getting the message here. This is definitely two different, and I'm feeling two different energies here. So in this initial energy up here, the Five of Swords energy is a energy of someone who takes advantage of people who are weaker. Okay, this is someone who is a bully. He pounces on people who are weaker or helpless than them, and he's cruel. This is someone who is cruel. Okay, and this is a person in authority. And I'm feeling like this person, when you come to this person, you can, this is someone who you can't speak the truth to. You cannot come to this person as a rational, you know, as a, you know how you'll see someone who is a, they're kind of mean, and they're kind of, and you want to come to them and say, hey, maybe you can say this a little different, or that wasn't nice, or you can come to this person with the truth. And no matter how you come to this person, you can come to them with loving, meaning well, an energy of light that means well, and they will bite you. Okay, they will snap back. They will, yes, they will weaponize your words, in other words. And then this other energy that I'm getting here is an energy of someone who is truthful, who's independent, who stays to themselves with the Hermit. And they're with the Seven of Cups, they're giving the impression, oh my goodness. I'm going to clarify this energy, but with this Seven of Cups here, it's giving the impression of someone kind of with their heads in the cloud. You know what I mean? Kind of like lost in an illusion. But yeah, I'm definitely getting head in a cloud, sort of in a state of illusion or a dream state. You know what I mean? In their emotions, it feels like when they get into their emotions, they just kind of, I don't know. Let me clarify. Let me clarify this energy. What's the Seven of Cups? What's this Seven of Cups energy? Because with the Hermit, I'm definitely getting someone who stays to themselves. And yeah, maybe they're just... What's the Hermit and the Seven of Cups? Oh. The Hermit and the Seven of Cups, the Nine of Wands. What's the Nine of Pentacles? Okay, I'm not going to take that because it didn't fully... Sorry. The Three of... Oh. Three of Swords. Betrayal. Okay, with this other energy, not the bully energy, I'm getting someone who is very, I don't want to say, I do. I want to say youthful in nature. Someone who speaks the truth, who comes in with the truth, but they're sort of like in a, what's the word? I want to say, just someone who is nice, someone who is kindly, okay? Yeah, this is someone who is a kindly, and this is also someone who's very independent. Very independent, stays to themselves. People probably look at this person like this is someone who is a dreamer. You know what I mean? They think a lot about the things that they want to accomplish in their lives, the things they want to, yeah, they think a lot about, the choices that they want to make. They think a lot about their choices and the things they want to accomplish in their lives. But this is someone also with the Three of Swords who who experienced some type of betrayal, and this is someone who is tired. The Hermit and the Seven of Cups energy is clarified by the Nine of Wands. This is someone who is exhausted. Okay. This is someone who has fought a lot of battles, experienced heartache, and fought a lot of battles. And I'm feeling like this battling has been with this Emperor. Who's the Emperor? Let's see if we can get more information on this Emperor. Clarify the Emperor, please. Oh. Okay. So with this Emperor, this could be a baby's father. I'm seeing we have the World here. We have the World here, which is an ending. This is a closing of a cycle. And with this eye here, this is a figure 8 or an infinity symbol here, right? From birth to being able to see, to eyes open. This feels like someone that you have been through a cycle with, but now you see this person. You see this person for who they are, which is not really an Emperor upright. This person is a bully. This is not someone who on the surface they present as an Emperor. But maybe behind closed doors or in secret where other people cannot see, this person is a tyrant. And you are closing out a cycle with this person. With this Five of Swords, you're closing out a cycle with this person. Is there anything else we need to know? In the overall energy. Oof. Okay. Let's take them as they land. We have the Seven of Swords. So we have the Seven of Swords. Oh, and the Eight of Swords. Yeah, you're closing out a cycle with this deceptive. This is someone who lies, lying, cheating, stealing, very deceptive. This is someone who is very strategic also. He's always watching. Someone who's always watching and lurking and planning how to weaponize this communication. And this is yeah, this is someone that you definitely had to battle with. This is someone who kept you exhausted, like probably. And with the Eight of Swords, this is someone who kept you feeling stuck, feeling like there was no other, like literally just feeling stuck, like there was no way out of this. And a lot of it is mental. It's like being in a cage with no key. You know what I mean? where someone keeps you always guessing, always confused. I mean, in a constant battle, a mental battle, and it's a struggle. This is someone who keeps you entangled in your mind. Like, this is someone who won't let you sleep, who loves drama, who lies constantly, but not just lies. They don't outright lies. This person tells half truths. He uses a half truth, and this could be male or female. This is not gender specific. We're talking about energies here, but I'm just saying male because I'm referring to the energy that I see, that what it feels like. It feels like a masculine energy, but this could definitely be a female in her masculine energy as well. But this is someone who actively, takes action, meaning on purpose, devises little plans to torture you mentally, to keep you walking on eggshells and feeling confused and tied up in your emotions and not knowing, feeling like you're stuck, not knowing that, you're not actually stuck, but it certainly does feel like you're stuck in this energy. Ooh, and this is someone who betrayed you and broke your heart. And you're just exhausted. Okay, oh, Jesus. And this is also with this 3 of Cups, I'm feeling third parties. Okay. I'm going to put this over here under the Lovers. Okay. And what's hidden with this 3 of Cups, I'm not feeling friendships. I'm feeling third parties with this person, with all this lying, cheating, stealing that's been going on. I'm feeling not just third parties, but entanglement with a third party. Someone who loves to play, who loves to pit you and third parties against each other, have you in competition with each other. Just the whole entanglement thing. This is someone who loves to play the game of triangulation. That's the word I was looking for. Triangulation. What do we need to know about the Lovers and the 3 of Cups? This is a mess. Queen of Wands, there it is. Third party. This is someone who definitely has third parties. And I'm feeling probably multiple. Probably this is someone who feels like, because the way he presents himself is as this Emperor energy, like before you know who he is, he comes off as someone who is a person of status, a person who has a certain level of, just someone who is, someone who's in control of his life. Probably someone who was financially successful. He comes off as like, if you're the type who likes the alpha male, the guy who's in charge, who's, good looking, takes care of himself, who has a great career, or, has a lot going for himself. Yeah, that's how this person appears. But that's a facade. That's how he knows, this person knows how to this is someone who knows how to use his words, and he uses his words for good and evil. well, he uses his words for evil, but it appears, you know what I mean? This is someone who knows how to use his words. He knows how to get into the minds of others, how to draw people in. He's a probably a very magnetic energy, charming, a wordsmith. He knows how to spin a good word salad and have, get people to let their guards down. But once you let your guards down with this person, you're like this butterfly in a jar, and he's sticking you with pins and torturing you. Not a nice person at all. Okay, moving on. Let me get from over there. What's? Because I'm feeling triggered. So back to in what's hidden, and this is the section for my hidden blessings. Okay, so this is somehow this is going to work out in your favor, viewer. We have the Three of Cups and the Queen of Wands. So there is a third party. This person is a cheater. What do we need to know about the Three of Cups and the Queen of Wands? We have the Seven of Wands. You've had to stand. You've had to. Somebody's standing their grounds. What's the Seven of Wands? Who's standing their grounds? Who's in this Seven of Wands energy? Is this the viewer? Is this the collective's energy? Feels like it. In the Tower. Yep. So you standing your ground against this energy caused the Tower. Because this energy can't, this person does not like when people stand up to them. That's a no-no. They don't take that well. So standing up to this, you standing your ground and holding your boundaries with this person, with this emperor or this person, caused a Tower. It caused a Tower. It feels like you recognized something and you woke up. Okay, you got tired of this over here. In this Nine of Wands energy, you're like, I can't. I'm tired. I'm exhausted. Look at you. I mean, look at this. This person's been doing too much. After this heartbreak, after this betrayal, that's what woke you up. And this feels like it was the final straw, this betrayal. Yeah, it was this betrayal. Because here we have the Queen of Cups, the betrayal with this lover. We have the Three of Cups and this Queen of Wands. And that was enough for you. That's when you stood up. When you stood up to this person, though, that was the end of the illusion that he had you living in. The false illusion. So there was an ending. What's the Tower? Oh, the Devil. There was an end to this devil energy. Because you woke up and you recognized that you were living in a false reality, that whatever dream this person sold you was a lie. This person sold you a Nine of Pentacles dream, had you thinking that you were, this feels like someone who took your dreams. Like when you met this person, it feels like you had dreams and goals, and someone who was ambitious, maybe to even, and you're also someone with the Hermit. You're someone who is enlightened. You're someone who is, this person saw your light. They saw that you were enlightened. They saw that you, if you weren't in Nine of Pentacles energy when they met you, they saw the potential for that. They saw you as someone who could be independently successful, or maybe you were already independently successful and you had a light about you. And not only that, you had dreams. You know what I'm saying? You had dreams and goals for yourself. And yes, and it felt like this person was your counterpart. Like maybe it felt divine at first, like it was, yeah. This person targeted you because of your light. They saw something in you that they wanted to have for themselves. If you were financially independent, they wanted to use you for your financial status, and not only that, your energy, your ideas. Yeah. This energy, it feels like you definitely had a light about you, and you had life, just this beautiful life energy that was all about the truth. And this person took that and weaponized it. And used your goodness against you. That's what he did. Manipulation, codependency. Yeah, he wanted you all tied up. He wanted you to be all about him. Or obsessed with this other person. Yeah, this other person wanted you obsessed with them. What's the Tower and the Devil? Let's get some more cards out here. What's the Tower and the Devil? Okay. Wow. So this deck has 2 Three of Swords energies. Okay. So we have the Three of Swords and we have another Three of Swords. Yeah, okay. In this Three of Swords energy, this person, so in this Three of Swords energy, I'm feeling heartache. I'm feeling brokenhearted. Oh my goodness. In this Three of Swords, I'm feeling mind games. I'm talking, yes, this someone playing games with your mind. And then we have the King of Cups. Someone very manipulative. The King of Cups is someone who has mastered their emotions, but it's not just someone who has mastered their emotions. On the shadow side with this King of Cups, this is someone who also uses emotions to manipulate. This is someone who is emotionally abusive. This Three of Swords with this King of Cups, definitely. This is someone who is emotionally abusive, manipulative, emotionally abusive, codependent. This is someone who depended on your energy. That's why he kept you stuck, because he was literally feeding like a vampire on your good energy. What's the King of Cups? These cards flying out of here. Okay. So we have the death, a definite ending. This is a death. Yeah, this connection had to go. A death and the Magician. Wow. Death is not literal death. It's the death of a way of being, so that you can be reborn. I don't know if you can see it in this card, but it's death for rebirth. It's like a butterfly. When you shed the butterfly is originally a caterpillar. But when they come out of that cocoon, they shed their skin, they shed their caterpillar skin, that body, and they come out as the beautiful butterfly. And this is the Magician. So we have the death and the Magician. The Magician, you're a powerful, this whole thing, this whole experience, it taught you to be a powerful manifester. That's in the hidden blessings. Mm. Mm-hmm. Mm. Look at that. And now you have all the tools that you need to manifest a new life for yourself. And so we're going to move over here to the outcome and advice. And we have the Ace of Cups. The Ace of Cups is it is divine love. It's a gift of divine love that you give to yourself. It's the gift of the divine. The highest, greatest love of all is the love of the divine. And that's the love that you give to yourself. And with this Ace of Cups, so you're now the Magician, a powerful manifester, and you have love for yourself. Let's dig into this. What's the Ace of Cups? And the outcome and advice. Sorry. I'm messing up over here. What's the Ace of Cups? The Star. Look at that. What's the Ace of Cups and the Star? We have the Two of Pentacles. What's the Two of Pentacles? Oops. Oh, we got twos. We got the Two of Pentacles and the Two of Swords over here. So you have now embodied divine love for yourself. And that's your healing. That is very, very, with the Star, this is healing energy. Mm-hmm. You learned how to heal yourself. And with the Two of Pentacles, you're learning how to, now you're learning. You've learned so many important lessons in this connection. And one of them that you've learned how to balance is what is real versus what is not real. Okay. With this Two of Pentacles energy, you're balancing the real from illusion. Okay. So you see how you have one image here that is like a full image, right? And then you have this other image that's kind of ghostly. It's kind of like an illusion. Okay. So you're learning how to balance what is, you're understanding that in relationships that, when you meet someone, it, to let them show you what's real, to kind of sit back and allow a person, instead of just allowing someone to come in and love bomb you, because that's what these type of people do. Instead of allowing someone to come in and sell you a Nine of Pentacles dream, right? Oh, we're going to have, we're going to be so wonderful together. Oh, we're going to have, just sell you this dream. I'm going to help you do this, and I'm going to be your divine counterpart. And, but this person is it's just talk. You know what I mean? This person has yet to show you anything. And we kind of want to be, because, sometimes you're just raised. I know I was raised to give people the benefit of a doubt, right? To trust people first, to believe people until you have a reason not to believe them. But I dare say that a very powerful lesson that I've had to learn in my own life is that not everyone has your best interest, has the best intentions for you. Not everyone is trustworthy, and I've learned to not be distrusting, but to allow time, and that's why relationships take time. To allow time to show me, who a person is. So, I kind of learned to take people's word as a grain of salt. Okay, I'll take people's word as a grain of salt. Let people talk, but pay more attention to whether their words match up with their actions. Okay, because this person was very good at spinning word salad, mind games. Okay, keeping you out of your head and in your heart. You know what I'm saying? Distracting you with all of these words versus, you know what I'm saying? And keeping you out of your head. That's why these type of people tend to rush in, because they don't want you to have time to think. They don't want you to have time to think, to compare notes, to look at their actions. They want to blind you with illusion, with ideas of, because they know that you're a loving person, and we have a tendency to think that people are like we are. You know what I mean? If you're someone who's loving, you probably have a tendency to think that people are loving or naturally that way. But unfortunately, that's just not the case. So with this Two of Pentacles energy, I'm sorry, I feel myself rambling. I hear myself rambling. With the Two of Pentacles energy, you're learning to balance what's real versus what's not. And balancing your expectations, balancing, and the goal is to not really be on one end or the other, but to, keep yourself afloat, you know what I mean, as you're going along, because you got to learn to juggle, and it's very important. That's a very important skill, but definitely paying attention to what's real when a person shows you what's real. And then with the Two of Swords, the Two of Swords is two truths. Okay. It's learning to see the truth. See what mask a person is wearing. This person has no face in this image. Okay. It's making a difficult choice, right? The Two of Swords usually represents a difficult choice, okay? And this person has two masks in their hand and no face. So their choice is deciding which mask they're going to put on today. And I'm feeling this energy for you is meaning being able to recognize and see when a person is wearing a mask and which mask they are wearing. You know what I mean? Like people who wear masks, they switch up all the time. And if you're really paying attention, you'll see them switch that mask depending on who they're dealing with, who they're around. They may be one person out in public at their job or whatever, and then a totally different person at home. You know what I mean? And so with the Two of Swords, you're learning to decipher the difference. Which mask, which mask. And not only that, which mask do you need to wear with this person? In other words, how do you need to deal with a certain personality type? You know what I mean? Because you might be someone who is very loving and caring and naturally giving, and that might be your natural state. But when you're dealing with manipulative people, you can't deal with them in that state. You have to put on a different state in order to deal with people like that. You know what I mean? And it's easy to think that you can't just hide from people. I mean, you have to be in the world and you have to deal with all of these different personality types. And the choosing comes in, who do I need to be to successfully navigate this person in this situation? You know what I mean? What state do I need to be in? Do I need to be in an assertive state? Do I need to be able to not be the sweetheart person in this moment, not with this person? Maybe I need to be someone who is strong and exercises boundaries, and holds boundaries. And you have to put on a different state to be that person. You know what I mean? Okay, moving right along. Oops. Okay. And we have the Knight of Pentacles. The Knight of Pentacles is the slowest moving deck of the slowest moving knight in the deck. He is a knight this is an energy of cultivating. This is someone who knows what they want. They understand the direction that they're going in, and they take their time to cultivate those pentacles, to plant those seeds, so that they can cultivate the environment that they want. This is someone who is looking out towards the future and seeing how where they want to end up, and they're planting seeds along the way, and they're taking their time to do that because they understand that with things in the world, with pinnacles in particular, that's like growing a garden. It doesn't happen overnight. You really have to develop. There are stages and processes that you have to go through in order to achieve anything in the material world. It goes from an idea in your mind to you taking the steps to bring something to fruition. And that's the Knight of Pentacles. So with these two twos here, what you're doing is you're taking what you're learning and you're cultivating. What are you cultivating? Let's see. What's the Knight of Pentacles? The Sun. Happiness. You're cultivating your happiness. You're on a journey to joy, to your true state of happiness. You're understanding that you now have tools. You learned how to love yourself, how to heal yourself, how to recognize, how to balance, how to recognize the real versus the fake, you can't treat everyone the same. You have to wear different states for different people. You understand? You can't treat everyone the same because everyone doesn't have your best intention. And you are learning discernment. And you're learning how to cultivate the life that you want that's going to make you happy. The Six of Wands, the life that is going to bring you achievements. You're going to be able to reach your goals, and you're going to have public success, honey, because the Six of Wands is all about achievements. Okay, it's all about you being so proud of yourself. Like, you look how far you've come. You should be so proud of yourself. And what's the Six of Wands? And the Page of Wands. Yes, excitement, new passions. You got new passions coming in, new excitement coming in. I love this for you. New energies coming in. These are fiery energies too, passionate energies. What's the Page of Wands? The Nine of Cups, emotional fulfillment. Harmony. It's emotional fulfillment. What's the Page of Wands and the Nine of Cups? It's beautiful. The Wise One. The Teacher. And after all of this, you can sit down with others because you now have wisdom and discernment. And on the bottom of the deck, the Chariot. Outcome and advice. You're going to take what you learned and share it with others. And you're going to teach others how to do what you've learned how to do through your hardships. We have the Chariot. This is taking action. And then we have the Six of Swords. Moving on to calmer waters. You're leaving behind all those turbulent emotions to find emotional fulfillment. As this wise person now. And you're taking action and moving on to calmer waters. And that is your outcome and advice. Moving forward to calmer waters. That's beautiful. Now that's what I call a happy ending. Okay, guys. Thank you so much for joining me. That is your reading for today. I hope that it has been insightful and helpful. And let me know if you got anything out of it, if it resonated. Please don't forget to like and subscribe if you are inspired to do so. And please comment, let me know how this resonated with you. If you, if you learned anything, I'd love to hear your feedback, any feedback that you may have, feel free to comment in the comment section. And I pray that you all have a blessed day, and I will see you in the next one.